I'm Stefan. I'm here at Forestis to work as a holistic well-being coach. I think that Forestis is just one of the most magical places I have ever seen. It's not only the hotel, it's just the magic, the nature around. It's really built in the middle of forest. And I think it's the power of calmness, this peaceful energy in Forestis. Yeah, that's what I really love. For me, having a healthy life means having a slow life. So seeing that we all rush from one to the next, and even on holidays, you're just really planned doing this, that. So having a good life for me really personally means having a slow life, doing my movement stuff, my meditation, and yeah. I think that I've looked a lot to other countries, especially to Asia. We really know a lot of old tradition medicines, and having the possibility to study and to find also something born in Europe is really beautiful. Why do we not use all this stuff? Why we look at yoga, qigong, whatever, when we have nearly the same stuff also grown up in Europe? But especially really beautiful is that the tree circle calendar, and the Celtic people worked with trees. So example, I'm born late December, I'm a Capricorn. At the same time, in the Celtic tradition, I'm an apple tree. And so the connection between nature and human being is really deep in this Celtic tradition. So they really seen also a lot of things in common between a tree and a human being. So to be rooted, to have the power to grow when you can grow, but also to be slow when you have to be slow, like in the winter season, to bloom during spring. And so they really try to connect, when can a human being bloom, when can a human being grow, when we have to rest. And yeah, that's what I really love in these old traditions. A daily ritual is that I get up really early every morning. The first thing I do is just silent and gentle walk with my dog. And then I do like 20 to 30 minutes of meditation, just a silent meditation. And then I practice some really simple exercises, just a few breaths into the energy fields to connect them. Having also the time for myself to just go out into the forest, and sometimes also just to sit next to a tree or just to touch a tree, and that's really peaceful and really easy. Your heartbeat is getting slower, you have just a soft breathing rhythm. Just understand that it's really important for me to have time for myself, to have a slow start into the day, and like I said, to have a slow life. We as human beings have to re-understand again that we are part of nature. When we are born, I think that we have this nature in us. And sometimes I really think about, when do we lose this connection? And maybe is the path or the part of being human to reconnect yourself to your own nature. Just having the awareness that it's really important just to move your body when you have your moving routine. It could be gym, it could be just slow movements like Veda, but just having a movement routine to feel your body. And I think all these things going on, it's like the simplicity is maybe the new luxury. And of course, especially when you have just a powerful place like this, it's easier to get reconnected. So, yeah. The feeling that there's a place where they nearly immediately can slow down. And I think it is. Yeah. The question is like, what do we have to do for a long life, long healthy life? I think our life is spiritual. And we are spiritual beings. But we can only be spiritual because we have this human body. And maybe, like also a lot of old traditions are saying, this is the temple we live in. And this is a really lovely saying, a temple we live in, because in a temple you're really careful on what you do. You are aware of what you're doing. Sometimes just listening to our body, maybe we have the possibility just to do the switch before something starts going on. So just relearn to feel our body, because our body is talking just all the time with us. I think the biggest problem is just stress. And sometimes we are really stressed also in finding some purpose. And Forestis is really helpful in this, like I said, because it's just a beautiful place. Not only the building, but also the staff. Everyone's really tried to give you the opportunity to slow down, to calm down, even in just 1 or 2 nights. That's why Forestis is so helpful. Yeah. Being human means being spiritual. And for me, it's not a question how or what. The thing is more, how can you not be as a human being? So it's not important to be, we are. Movement, meditation, and breath. Simple things. And it's not that we have to go like every day 2.5 hours into a gym, or having 3 hours of meditation and another hour of breath work. It's more like having this, I call it always anchor. So what we all have is just 5 minutes in the morning, just getting up 5 minutes earlier, just sit down on your pillow, do a breath work. If this is the only 5 minutes you have, do it, but don't skip it. Everything changes. It's like the same, like nothing is forever or everything changes. Even in bad times, they are not forever, so everything is changing. Yeah. For me, the next step, I'm sure it's diving deeper into physical and emotional, mental body treatments to help people. It means really diving deeper into all the things we already know. Like I said before, we have a lot of things in Europe and we don't really know about the things. Just diving deeper, doing some research, having some body treatments, but these body treatments have to be also so powerful to work on emotion and mental energy also. That's what we already do, but like I said, let's go deep. Yeah.